Firstly, I know you may have a little bit on your mind concerning a recent intel briefing, but I really hope you're all enjoying your golden bullets and street activation gear. I certainly am. Anyway, since I got my little rant on Faye out and my homage to you all, I think I should cover the rest of Faye's Decrypted Comms, at least somewhat briefly. To set the stage, we'll take it back to when our former division commander Faye Lau, who had turned to the Black Tusk for recently discovered covert and perhaps well-intentioned reasons, offered Bardon Schaeffer, the BTSU leader, a means to gain back a little of the leverage and manpower he'd lost in dealing with both the division and Aaron Keener. The method? To use the network of rogues Theo Parnell put together for Keener as a recruitment tool. Faye would use this network to pair Schaefer with rogues Shade, Dusk, Belfry, and his personal favorite, Wraith.
Lau, we need to talk.
What's wrong, Schaefer?
This squad you've saddled me with.
Having trouble controlling them?
Yes. I thought this was supposed to be your test, not mine.
Everything is a test. Sokolova wanted to see my leadership style, and wanted to see how well I could manage you with additional external pressures.
So you gave me Wraith on purpose?
I gave you all of them on purpose.
Fine.
Wraith pissing you off?
She was.
Did she quit?
She's dead.
Okay.
I asked for some support. Couldn't be in two cities at once. I needed someone to back me up. I called Natalya, and she hooked me up with some off-the-books backup. Didn't want to undermine your leadership.
You have a name?
For the guy they sent? No, never met him. He's quiet, weird, occasionally gets sent cryptic reports and messages like he wants me to solve a f***ing riddle. There's something not right with this hunter.
Do you know who supplied him?
Cal?
Cal?
Yeah, she said, don't worry if it gets to be too much, Cal will take care of it.
She couldn't mean McManus.
Who the is McManus?
Oh, nobody. Just the Secretary of Homeland Security.
That hunter is working for Homeland? What the is going on?
We should talk. Somewhere less exposed.
Schaefer's complaints about his knucklehead cruel side. It's here where we get our first mention of Calvin McManus, and fittingly enough, one of the hunters.
Unknown network detected.
What? I can't even say the word now? Anyway, with the connecting threads getting a bit clearer, we then intercept communications between what we may consider the biggest power players involved.
I hear your boy Schaefer's having trouble handling some former subordinates of mine.
Schaefer isn't the problem, Cal.
Does he have trouble taking orders from a woman?
Not at all. He's oddly one of the good ones. He has never questioned my authority. Your agents are not team players.
They were never supposed to be.
Which is fine when you need an assassin, but when you're nation rebuilding, you need to have a modicum of interpersonal skills.
Are you saying they're no longer a good fit and may have trouble staying on mission?
They're rogues, Cal. By your own definition, they are off mission.
Do you need me to send the cleanup crew?
I don't know if it has come to that yet, but we could use some additional support. Schaefer can't be everywhere at once. These agents are all over the map. DC, New York. He goes to help one and he fails the other. We need someone who is mobile, under the radar, and can gain access and assess whether or not it is worth continuing to support Agent Lau's operation.
Do you trust her, Natalya?
No. But she also hasn't given me a reason not to, other than being a rogue. But I prefer to not let labels define a person's character. She will show me who she really is in time. From what I can tell, she's loyal to a fault, dedicated, community-minded, and selfless. Those are traits that can be wonderful or a liability. Just depends on how fixed or malleable she is.
From what I remember from her assessment, she can get fixated. And I'm fairly certain her personality assessment was lawful good, which is appropriate for your organization, as long as she feels her work leans toward justice.
We're trying to save the American dream. What could be more just than that?
Despite her earlier apprehensions, Natalya would eventually take up Calvin McManus on his cleanup offer. Schaefer would not be pleased.
What can I do for you now, Schaefer?
Just wondering where we got that support from.
That Suspects need to know, Schaefer. And frankly, you don't need to know.
I'm not comfortable with how things went down with Dusk. She was a patriot.
She was a rogue and a thorn in your side that Cal helped us remove.
Cal isn't Calvin McManus, is he?
How do you know that name, Schaefer?
The Secretary of Homeland Security isn't exactly a secret agent, Natalya.
Miss Sokolova.
I'm sorry. You're right, Ms. Sokolova. I don't know what kind of operation Cal is running, but I'm not comfortable with this kind of support.
Noted. Schaefer, I know this has been difficult, but you have a habit of losing sight of the bigger picture and remembering your role in this organization. You could learn a lot from the people you are working with.
Now, I'm not sure if it was the best move for Schaefer to tip his hand and reveal his knowledge of McManus or his position in government. Regardless, Natalya did attempt to reel him and his emotions in. And it's somewhere after this point that Faye and Schaefer would have their seemingly last communication, providing a little light to their own hidden alliance.
You get to New York all right?
I'm in. Would have been easier with Shade or Dusk, but we know why they were unavailable.
Be careful with this guy.
I've set up far away from him. If he gets near me, we can confirm that I'm his target.
This is wrong.
We've worked all the angles. This is the only way to be sure.
I don't like using you as bait.
It's fine. It'll be fun. Your agents have been after me for months. It'll make them feel good to take me alive.
Yeah, I just hope they show a little restraint. They have a tendency to go for headshots.
Hey, that's why I wear this adorable helmet.
Good luck, Schaefer.
Won't need it. They'll face this hunter and know something isn't right.
Council will order the agents to apprehend you for questioning, and you can brief her on McManus and Sokolova. We can't let them finish their project.
And I'll only tell Kelso she's the only one we can be sure isn't rogue.
I trust her with my life. She's the best agent I've ever met. She's smart and capable, and even if she likes to blow things up, she will be too curious to let you die.
I hope you're right. Good luck with Chicken Hawk. I guess it's time to get arrested.
Just don't blow my cover when they bring you in.
What if they come after you next?
Don't blow my cover.
Just as Faye and Schaefer orchestrated, it wasn't too long after that the division, you, would track down Schaefer to Coney Island, then dispatch a hunter that was in the way, and get into a firefight with Bardon. And while he would be taken alive, it would be in a pretty bad comatose shape, which sort of threw a wrench in Faye's plans of having Schaefer unravel this conspiratorial mess to the one agent she trusts the most, Alani Kelso. Notwithstanding, it wouldn't take long for McManus and Natalya to contact each other again.
Thank you for cleaning house.
No problem. You were right to ask for support, and as much as they were your problem, as former division agents, they were my responsibility.
I appreciate you saying that, and being accountable. I was worried you were going to say I owed you a favor.
Not a favor, a replacement. Thanks to Schaefer's little sideshow at Coney Island last night, I'm down a man. This unit is hard to find suitable replacements given the current state of things.
You want to steal from my talent pool?
Not steal. Just borrow from time to time as the need arises. You already have a few of my operatives in your organization. They just haven't made themselves visible to you.
Impressive. Mind telling me which one of your wolves is in black tusk uniform?
All in good time. For now, I'd like you to submit a short list of potential replacements.
My brother, Felix Sokolov, Bridget Douglas, Dustin Xavier, Alicia Coswald, and he might be a little young, but Jack Bonney.
Let's start with Bonnie.
And it's after this where we find ourselves now. Having eliminated Jack Bonney during the events of the Jefferson Trade Center, with McManus looking for able bodies to fill in his pack of wolves, with other hunters already hidden somewhere inside Black Tusk. A Black Tusk led by an all too cunning Natalya Sokolova. Faye's comms have told us a bit. Unfortunately, there's still one last key to information, and it's lying dormant in a hospital bed. Regardless of all we've learned so far, it's clear we're still a little bit in the dark, and a bit behind in this game of chess that Natalya and McManus are playing to bring in their new world order. But it's times like these when we find ourselves outnumbered, outpaced, and perhaps outgunned, that it's best to look for friends, even in the most unlikeliest of places.